Alright guys, so I want to talk a little bit about the patch notes today. There's a lot of things that have changed, and basically all I can say is that the bow build for the ice build that I was showing in my earlier videos is just massively buffed, really, across the board, and the shirking heals builds are all massively nerfed. So if you copied my build, good on you. I knew I made it future proof. I'm so happy about that. So hopefully you got your gear to 700 and you're ready to go even post patch 3.02. Physical/elemental version got buffed from 4.2 to 4.5%. I am getting a 1.5% increase to resistances versus elemental ranged attacks, which is very, very big for a lot of different fights. It could come in really clutch. Again, further increasing the power of my ice harnessing build that I did in the past. Feel free to check it out. That's still what I'm running to this day, even post patch. And as you guys can see here, the absolute giga shirking heals nerfs here. They added a 1-second cooldown tumbler foot wraps along with the shirking blessing perk. So what that means is you won't heal off every roll anymore. The shirking heals percentage heal to scale with gear score is not happening anymore, so it won't heal extra based off your gear score, and that was a super massive bug. It was causing a lot of players to heal way too much with shirking heals. Now I want to talk a little bit about the elemental aversion versus enchanted ward debate that's been happening for a while now. A lot of people ask me, like, why do you run elemental aversion when enchanted ward negates all attacks including melee? And that's why I'm putting up this clip here. So there's a little 1vx clip, and I just want you guys to notice how little I'm getting attacked by melee light / heavy attacks. There might be like 1 or 2 instances where I do, but besides that, like, it's not really ever happening to me. Moving into specifics for stats, what does elemental aversion do? Elemental aversion counters all ranged elemental attacks. This includes bow / musket split gem. This includes all of the fire staff kit, including fireball, pillar, and ice spike, along with also explosive shot and grenade. All those abilities are getting negated by elemental aversions for up to, if you have 5 pieces like I do, around 25 to 30%. There's also a couple other things like void gauntlet and stuff, and life staff you take less damage from, but those aren't really that much of a big of a factor anyways, but it is still a little extra thing to note in mind. Now, Enchanted Ward. Enchanted Ward blocks all attacks across the board, light and heavy attacks, from whatever weapon, whether it be fire staff, bow, or melee, and by around 20 to 25%. So I found myself as a ranged player not really being killed by a lot of the melee attacks. I feel like when I'm dying, it's mostly either to DOTs, or I'm just getting absolutely exploded by a fire staff / bow player, right? So whenever I get pen shotted or I get fireballed, and most people are running fireball on their perk and it does like up to 250% weapon damage, or pillar fire, which is an insta cast, it just feels super abusive with how much damage they do, and I just want to negate those abilities as much as possible. And if you feel like melee is a problem, you're getting light attacked very often, you just have to, in my opinion, just practice your kiting better. Like, especially on classes like VG bow, you might be getting ran down by light attacks a lot, so maybe in that kind of situation Enchanted Ward might be better, but I still think that across the board you're mainly getting killed by ranged attacks. If you feel like you're just getting super abused by like sword and shield, great axe, specifically light / heavy attacks, I think you just need to practice your kiting specifically. Use things like stone form to get you out of sticky situations, use things like the scream or maybe bile to slow your enemy and root them, evade shot to create distance. All these things that help you kite a melee player better versus not being able to kite ranged attacks, which are just constantly being tossed at you, especially in OPR with such little line of sight. It's just not really something that you can outplay unless you have really, really cracked movement. Again, I want to clarify that both perks are good, but I do just think that elemental aversion is better overall in this meta. And if you guys had any other arguments about other perks or why I should run this or that, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Also, you can check out where I stream these clips live at twitch.tv/adored510. We are so close to partner. I would really appreciate it if you just stopped by, followed, said what's up in the chat, and that's really all you have to do. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out. Nice. Oops, wrong button. Nice. Don't give away your dreams of 1vx. You know what I learned from today? SHIRK heals is cope, baby. You don't need SHIRK heals to be a good player for 1vx, guys.